What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Chris, as always with me, Liam. And today we are diving into the Mayfair Witches, episode 4. I actually got some stuff that I liked in this one. I know last episode we dogged them pretty hard, and there's still some things that we have issues with, I'm sure. We're going to talk about it in the full discussion. Been loving your guys' comments on the show, what you think, especially you guys who've read the books before. I get it, right? They're destroying a lot of these characters, as you guys have shared with us in the comments. So I really appreciate you guys sharing your opinion on that without also ruining the books for us, because I have a strong feeling I'm going to start reading these books once this season's over, because I think the books are a lot better than what they're doing inside this series. But anyway, we're diving into episode 4 today. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that button, hit the little notification bell so you don't miss a single episode or video. Words going to you now.
Words going to me now.
That's right.
Oddly, do you know who my favorite character is?
I'd love to hear it.
Cortland.
Interesting. What's going on with Cortland that you're finding him to be well-developed character?
I think it's the actor. He kind of steals the scenes a bit.
I could see that.
He's over the top, wise, but his character is also battling himself.
Yeah.
And so maybe I just see some of that in myself as well, but I'm sure we all can relate to battling ourselves, right?
Yeah. We all have that internal battle, I'm sure.
We all have these things that we think are just inherited traits that we're supposed to have, and some of those we don't want to keep, so we fight them. I see Cortland doing a lot of that.
Yeah. I'm torn because despite personal conflict, we still know so much about him and what he has done. And so I'm almost at the spot where I'm like, he's getting his just desserts at this point.
That's part of what I enjoy too.
Yeah, like that internal turmoil is what he should be experiencing. He should be going through one of the layers of the 9 hells, if you will, because of what he has done to his own family.
Well, if we go to like Supernatural,
Another great show, yeah.
Crowley was my absolute favorite.
They did that dude so dirty.
He is not a good person, but he was enjoyable character.
I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying.
That's where I'm coming from with Cortland.
Yeah, no, I get the lens you're coming through 100%. I just happen to, my lens is slightly tinted still.
Okay, yeah. I'm just enjoying him as the actor.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if I had to say I enjoyed anybody really so far, it's the Sip is the only one that I'm actually like following and enjoying, other than actually like Lasher's on screen, because I enjoy the character of Lasher. I think his turmoil and what he's going through is almost like amnesia, trying to figure it out, is way more interesting to me than the witches trying to figure out their family right now.
You didn't get him this episode. I thought you didn't like Sip anymore. You said that when we got to season 2, it's like they chopped off his nuts.
Yeah, no, they did. And this episode, I feel like he got a lot more screen time and kind of stole it for me in this episode.
Okay.
A lot more action with him, a lot more of him actually trying to control the narrative and figure things out. His ability was one of the true abilities that we got to see shine in this episode, other than Moira's, because reading people's minds just rocks that episode. Her ability to be inside Cortland's head when he's trying to lie and do all the things that she did. Yeah, it was phenomenal, right? That's a good ability and well played as well. But I think that with Sip, he has this supernatural ability that he really doesn't get to ever use. And I think it was well played in this one that he found that one button that he needed to find. I just saying because he pushed it like, and then got that one memory he really needed to know that his boss was truly off the rails, right? Truly done AWOL from the Telemasca doing his own thing. But then also got the nod through his abilities from his boss to be like, hey, listen, man, sorry I screwed you over. I put in a good word for you. Not that that's going to mean anything anyway, but, I tried.
I really liked you.
Yeah, I'd never know that I liked you. But yeah, like I thought his ability, that's for me, when I'm watching something that's like supernaturally based, I'm looking for lore. I'm looking for supernatural abilities. I'm looking for even, more plot. But for us, we're not really, it's moving so slow with stuff like that inside of this series that I was kind of happy that we kind of centered around more of that. A lot of also the reason I think that Sip really got the shine in this episode is because he was the reason we got introduced to more entities. right? We got brought into the prison. We got to see the spirit. We got to see the warlock. We got to see a vampire, right? We got to see, oh, wait, there's way more in this world than just witches.
It was a tease.
Right. Or vampires now, because we got those in the last season too. So like people who haven't never read like an Anne Rice novel or aren't familiar with like Interview with the Vampire or kind of like where this universe goes to, they got the first hint of, hey, like this is massive. There's all sorts of supernatural things going on here. And it's much more like True Blood was in later seasons where you have like the whole like, thing of characters rather than just like vampires, right? So I was just
Starting to feel like the dark side of Harry Potter or something.
I think I'd watch that series if like it was Harry Potter, but it was like not for kids. It was like dark. Yeah, I think I'd watch that.
There was the guard for the supernatural prison or whatever, and Barb's like, he's giving me real like Jekyll and Hyde vibes. Do you think he has ability?
I do. I think he has an ability. 100%.
What's his?
I don't know, but I like the Jekyll and Hyde theory. Like he can be calm in demeanor, but can explode into a monster if needed. Because I think to be able to truly contain and be a force that a vampire could contend with, right? Like you'd have to have something. I don't think he's human. I think he does have some ability. I'm sure we'll get introduced to it at some point because I have a feeling whoever that warlock wizard kind of guy was who was chanting in the second cell is going to show back up. I have a feeling. I don't know who he is yet, but I have a feeling.
Okay. We got to see Rowan and Moira kind of develop a working relationship.
Yeah, they're
not getting close to becoming a friendship.
Yeah. I think she's starting to see Rowan's truths, right? Because Rowan's all over the place, and she's very hard to trust because she lies a lot. But I think she's starting to notice, oh, wait, Rowan really is more like me. She's just an outcast in this family, and she's trying to put the pieces together and make sure everyone's safe. She's not really trying to hurt anybody or just pursue power. So many in the family do. I think she's starting to see who for shoot she truly is. That's what's going on.
And then we had the scene with the two sisters and Julian and the phonograph.
That I wasn't expecting.
Which leads me to, we were talking about the mirrors possibly being where Julian is or the bridge.
Yeah.
But it's really the phonograph, right?
Yeah, and the phone, it's not connected to the house, we learned. Because she was able to remove it from the house and still use it. So whatever's going on with the house is directly connected to Lasher, is my guess. Like, now that we've removed that connection, it can't be Julian because Julian can be removed from the house and still have power. So he's directly connected to that phonograph, as we know now. Or whatever, that's what it's called, right? A phonograph?
Okay.
And so now I believe that whatever power Lasher gives to the witches is also directly connected to that house. So the further away he gets, the less power she has, the more it crumbles, the more it falls apart.
That's wild.
Yeah.
But the two sisters, the one with the shape shifting.
The one who can hide her age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That caught me off guard.
Yeah. That's her true form, is what she said. And I was like, oh, interesting. So that's what, like, because the Mayfair Witches, and I knew I'd say it at least once. Drop it in the comments if you guys can catch how many times we say this, and then drop that number in the comments. Maybe I'll give you guys a special prize. But I think that this family has a great deal of supernatural gifts, and we don't really get to see them other than these little glimpses here and there. And that was one of them. Like, you know, we don't actually know the true age of some of these people. Some of these people were around when Rowan's mother was a little girl, and yet they still look relatively in their 60s, 70s, not ancient. I mean, now we know what it is. Some of them,
The glamour.
some of them, well, I think some of them can slow down the aging process, or some of them can prolong their life. So it's a mixture of I've prolonged my life, so now I'm like 200 years old.
Maybe it's just a witch trait.
Right? Or part of their bloodline. But I can also glamour you or transmutate or whatever that is into something that looks more appealing to you.
Also, in this episode was the first time I feel we got something other than, oh, Julian is pure evil.
Yeah, we had somebody in the comments of our last video speak up very strongly about how Julian's being portrayed right now inside of the series. Because based in the books, and obviously no spoilers about the books, we're never going to do that to you guys, as we asked you not to do it to us. But in the books, Julian's supposed to be a much more like protagonist character rather than the antagonist in the book is Lasher, right? He's the bad guy. But they swapped them in the series for right now. We'll see if that stays that way, but it's definitely how they're painting him in the series. Lasher is more this like demon spirit that has morals that's trying to figure it out, where we're seeing Julian just be like this evil, corrupt, power hungry, like narcissistic man. Yeah. Which again is series specific, which from what I hear.
A piece of what they were saying was like, as long as it's not family, he can be kind.
Yeah. Or you're not his enemy, right?
Yeah.
Because he is ruthless and cunning and a lot of things that they said. And that's it in that episode there. But basically, if you're on his good side, all good. Great person to have around. But if you're on his bad side, he's probably one of the worst enemies you could get. And I'm sure we're going to get tons of real examples of that in the next episode, because now Rowan is in his world, trapped in his like pocket dimension that he's got there.
And that's where we left off, was right around that spot.
Yep.
Which was a great cliffhanger. And I don't know about you, but if I'm binge watching shows and I want to go to sleep, I'll literally stop it in the middle of the episode so I won't get left on the cliffhanger.
Really?
Yes. I'll stop before I get to the end because I know the cliffhanger is coming. So I'll stop before the cliffhanger so that I can just mentally and peacefully turn it off and shift gears.
I don't think I mean, I've got 3 kids and a very crazy life, right? So like sometimes I don't get to watch a full episode. And I think I just made peace with that a while ago. Because there will be times where I'm sitting down watching something I really want to watch, but you know, duty calls. I'm a dad, so if something comes up, I got to go do that. And then I have to come back. But yeah, I mean, that open loop is meant to mess with you, right? That's why they do it. I totally get it. But I also have like...
Interacted.
Yeah, I do too, because I just shut my brain off.
That's it.
Yeah, no, I think episode 4 was light years better than episode 3, even though laughter wasn't even in it. And there's so many questions that we still have around that. And what was the real relationship between, not Aldrich, it's Aldrich. Can't say it right now. Drop it in the comments. Help us out, guys. The former boss there at the Talamasca who can erase things. I think his name's Aldrich. What's going on with him and Julian? What was their original agreement? Why is Cortland trying to fill those shoes so terribly right now? And what is he trying to do with Lasher? Where is he bringing him? That's pretty interesting stuff to me. So a lot of questions still around Lasher. Definitely liking that we're seeing more of the supernatural side of things and that we're leaning more into everybody using their abilities. That was a really, like, the silver lining for me for this episode. I liked it. The story didn't really progress too much further. We didn't really get a lot of answers, so per se, but we did get more fun, and I thought that was good.
We also almost stopped reviewing this series because of the last episode.
Yeah, we got really close. We have a rule here at the G-Spot that we only review things that we like, because we do this because we like to do it. We don't ever want it to make it feel like a job or something that we have to do, right? And so, yeah, after episode 3, we were seriously debating whether or not we wanted to keep going because it was just so for us. But 4 got me interested again, so I will watch 5. We'll review it. But again, there may come a day where this season just doesn't do it for us, and we will move on to something that does, right? And so we always take your suggestions on what you guys think we should be reviewing. Right now, we've got quite a few on the docket, and February is going to be a great month for series. You've got Reacher, we've got Invincible, we've got a lot coming out that's going to be great to chat about, series that we've been watching and following for a long time. So really excited about all that, guys. But that is a wrap for episode 4. But as you know, that's not all we've got. We've actually reviewed the first 3 episodes of this season right here. You can check it out on this playlist. We also have some other stuff that we're reviewing right now, a whole series right down here. You can check it out, as well as something else you might like right above my head here. But never forget to subscribe and hit a little notification bell so you never miss a single episode. We drop multiples a week. Really appreciate all of your engagement, guys. We'll see you in the comments and on that video.
Bye.
On the video.
Find the strength hiding in each battle scar. You're not who you were, you've already come far.